People always go, you have kids, you're not alone. Yeah, but when the kids go to sleep, you're alone. Oh, you're not in a relationship. Stop lying to yourself. No, take my number. Niggas are disrespectful. You don't gotta do nothing but breathe, for Christ's sakes. Just breathe, and it could piss somebody off.
I I wanna marry you.
Maybe I just need to chill. Because now I'm looking around, see? I do have a problem. I miss that part. I miss that part. And I'm not settling until I get what the f I want. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. Hey guys, my name is Connie Joy, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're not new to my channel, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a Liberated Femme / La Femme video. I'm filming my first Get Ready With Me. I'm not really coordinated enough to talk to you guys and do my makeup at the same exact time because I'm sure I have undiagnosed ADHD. And if you've seen any of my videos, you know I get off topic and I just really be off topic for a long time. So we're going to really try hard to do this. We're washing my face, we're doing my hair, we're doing my makeup. I have to get ready to film another video. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is because if I tell you what it is, it'll give it all away. So just know that that video is going to come out right after this video. So this video is gonna come out today, and then look for the video that I'm gonna be filming with this glam look that I'm about to create tomorrow. It will be a Liberated Femme video. So just look for tomorrow's Liberated Femme video. And I'm doing a Liberated Femme video with this makeup look as I create it because I'm going to be telling you guys all of the things that I hate about being single. Now, wait, let me not even start talking about it. Let me get into cleaning my face first, and when we go to sit down to do my makeup, then we'll talk about all of the things that I hate about being single. My hair is wrapped up from last night. Guys, I've got to be honest, I don't know how this is going to come out looking because we're going to work with it. We'll work with it. I'm in some cozy wear. This little loose fitting top and bottom. I ordered these online over the summertime. I don't even know where the heck I got them from because when I ordered them in like May and they didn't show up until August, so I forgot where the heck they even came from. But if I find it, I will definitely link that information in the description box below. So let's get ready. I'm going to time lapse this so this video is not crazy long. So yeah, I'll put on some cute music for you guys. I'm gonna put on my music, but you can't hear it because I don't own the copyrights. So I will give you guys something to bop to though, okay? Also guys, I just found out that I have combination skin and I thought I had just oily skin. I have combination skin. And I'm gonna do a video about like, you know, how to take care of combination skin as soon as I figure out other things to do to help take care of my combination skin. My skin has been maintained very well. I use Neutrogena's dermabrasion system, but I have always noticed that I have like little dry patches throughout my face, and I just did not think. This goes to show you how little I knew about skin anyway. Well, my skin. I just didn't know that these little dry patches that I get meant that I had a combination of problematic skin. So my T-zone is really like where I get all the oil at, but then if you can see, we're gonna do a little mask just over like the dry areas, just like right here. because I don't know if you guys can see, but like there's dry patches right here. I don't know if you guys can see them, but it's just dry. I have like a dry patch right here. It's like, it's just dry skin, and I can actually like peel it. So, and it comes back all the time. But the fall, I mean, the temperature has dropped a lot here, and then it's gone back up. It's fluctuating, so maybe that's what's causing it. I don't know if I'm gonna change my skin care regimen a lot, because it works for the most part, but I do think I need to do maybe a mask or two throughout the week, just to like help boost the hydration, because this is not cute. I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me look old. It makes me look old. So, all right, let's get into this video. Sorry. Can you guys see me from back this far? Let's move you up a little bit. Let's get a little closer. How is that? Is that okay? Is this better? That's better, right? Okay. So I'm gonna wash my hands first. Ooh, put my music on, so guys, we're time lapsing the rest of this. Well, the rest of me washing my face. I've been talking for like 5 minutes already. This is gonna be a long video. Get comfortable, guys. I already foresee this being a long video. Why is my head so big? Please fit, please fit, please fit. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna put on these goggles now because I just got my lashes refilled yesterday and I want them to continue drying because my appointment was pretty late in the day. My appointment was, I think it was like at 3 o'clock. It was like 3 or 3:30 yesterday. So I just got my lashes refilled and you're supposed to let them dry for like the next 24 hours. So I'm gonna put these on so I can prevent them from, so I can prevent them from flying off. God. Yo, pain really, beauty is pain. I mean, it really is. Oh God, I really can't. Yo, it's so freaking, guys. Okay, I can't feel my eyes anymore now. Okay, let me rinse. I can't feel my damn eyes. Is this even like, this one's not suctioning. This one, oh wait, is it suctioned? They're both suctioned. Jesus. I look like I'm on the swim team. I just rinsed. Oh, and I rinsed my face with cold water to help my pores stay closed. These goggles hurt. These things hurt. They, oh my God, my eyes hurt. And then I have like these raccoon eyes now. But I don't want to mess up my lashes. Look at that. I did all that so I don't have bags, and look at that. So we're gonna put on this mask But I'm gonna only do like, I'm gonna only do like right here and right here. I'm only gonna do here and here, my cheeks, and then we're gonna go and start my eyebrows. So, while we're in here actually, we can start. I'm gonna be looking back at my phone because I have like the little list of all the things I hate in my phone and my notes. Okay, so number 10 is having to do all of the manly chores. So because I'm single and it's just me and my children, I have to do all of the chores. But my biggest, the thing that I hate the most, maybe I should pull them from the front. We're gonna do the gold mask because this one offers intense hydration to rejuvenate smooth and soften skin, helps with reducing fine lines and wrinkles, 15-minute facial therapy. We'll do this one. Oh, I guess you do pull it from the front. Do you use the whole thing? This is a lot. I got this from, I think I got this from Ulta, but I'm not 100% sure because I've had it for a few months. I'm now getting into caring, more self-care for me. Oh wait, let me just read this first because I don't know if I'm doing it right. Usually you wash your face and then you put it on and then you take it off and then you moisturize. So, thoroughly clean and dry your face, dip brush into blah, blah, blah. Okay, got it. Anyway, just wanted to make sure. So, yeah, the chores. I absolutely, first of all, I hate taking out my trash. Like, it is what it is. I do take it out. It's not a big deal, but honestly, when it's raining outside, and I don't mean like, you know, drizzle, torrential rain outside. Ooh, when it's pouring rain or it's freezing cold, I do not like taking out the trash. And I have no choice, I have to. I hate it. It's like one of my, I hate it. I hate the yuckiness, I hate it. I don't think anybody likes it, but like, I hate that I have to do it because I don't have a man to do it. So, that's one of the things that I really don't like. The consistency is actually like, it's like gel. It's not a thick gel though, so I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. Oh, by the way, here guys, this is what it looks like. So yes, I also absolutely hate taking. I hate taking out the trash, period. But like, there are better days than others. I also hate when I take out my trash. The trash guys don't take all of, like if the wind blows and your trash falls on the ground, your trash falls on the ground and the trash guys are only taking what they feel like taking. So that happens a lot, especially when it's fall, like right now, and it's super windy and it's raining like every other day. So that means I have to then go outside with my gloves and pick up the trash all over the ground. And I live on like the side, like my house is on like the corner, so I have my entire front and all of the side all the way back to my neighbor who's behind me to clean up all that trash if it falls. I hate doing that. I absolutely hate doing it. I hate it. I absolutely hate doing it. Can you tell that's like a major, like, I hate that? Can you tell? Can you guys tell that I cannot stand that? So now we're going to go and sit down and start my makeup, so. just want to make it known that I am not single by circumstance. I'm single by choice. So, however, when I was not single, these things were still a problem for me. So now it's just that they're a problem 24/7 opposed to like intermittently. So I'm gonna first put on some lip gloss because my lips are super dry. And this is by Too Faced. It's Lip Injection Extreme. So I'm wondering if I should move the camera because you guys are really far away. But you guys can see me, right? I mean, how close do you need to be? Okay, so first I'm going to do my eyebrows, which takes me the longest. And I'm using Too Faced Born This Way. This powder is in the color medium. It's translucent medium. I love Too Faced products. I love them. Okay, wow. My makeup brushes are all over there and none of them are over here. Well, I don't need any of them yet right now, so that's fine. We'll just do this. So, yeah, I'm single by choice because I had a lot of the same problems when I wasn't single, so what was the point? The second thing that I hate about being single is having to do all of the chores by myself. So I know the first one was, you know, having to do like the manly chores. I mean, like I've even had to, like, let me elaborate a little bit more. I've even had to cut my own lawn before. I've had to shovel my own snow. Now these are not like, it isn't like I'm building a house, but when you have to do all of the womanly things and do the man things, it can be a lot. I mean, I'm already the breadwinner, I'm already taking care of the kids, I'm already trying to essentially work for myself at some point with you guys, with YouTube. I'm already doing a lot, so it is one of the things that I know if I had a decent man in my life, I wouldn't have to worry about. Whatever you don't get done today is still going to be there tomorrow, and I hate that part. But it's not that serious to the point where I'm about to just go date anybody so I can have somebody take out my trash for me. It's not like that. It's just one of the things, I just don't like it. I hate it. I hate it. Those are my children screaming in the background. I gotta concentrate on my eyebrows because there's no way I can talk and do this at the same exact time. I'm not capable. So let me do my eyebrows first, and I'm gonna time lapse doing my eyebrows, and then I will pick up where I'm leaving off right now when I get them done, because this part's tedious and I'm mad if I mess it up. Okay, I've done my eyebrows far enough to the point that I can actually talk and still work. Okay, so I actually just thought there was another thing that, man, I have to reach my brushes. Hang on one second. And I can still talk. The other thing that I absolutely hated, this goes with number 10 about like doing the chores and whatnot. I dated a guy that got me our dog that we have now, Harper, and when we were potty training Harper, he would crap everywhere, and the guy I was dating would literally sit here and watch me clean up piles of shit and would not even help, wouldn't even offer, wouldn't even, and he got me the dog. Did not once think, like, as a man, you know, like, yeah, it's our dog and it was a gift to her, but like, you know, I'm here. When I'm not here, it's different, but I'm here, I'm the man. Let me not let her get her hands all dirty. He would literally watch me clean this house, do all the stuff for everyone, for my kids, for his child, for him, and work a double, because every weekend he would come over, I would be working my doubles, and he would still let me come in the house and literally clean up piles of from our dog. And Well, what do I need you for? If that's the case, you get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you're here for more than just to help me out, but like at the end of the day, still like, why would you let it happen in front of your own eye? Because he didn't care. So that's why I said, like, that's the reason why being single makes more sense, because what's the sense in being in a relationship and having to go deal with everything as if you're not in a relationship? So let me just save myself, spare myself, and just be single, and you know, at least I'll be less stressed out, one less headache, right? So oh, by the way, I did my eyebrows with this Precisely my brow pencil. It's by Benefit. I love this thing, and I'm about to conceal under my brows and above them with this is by Too Faced too, Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and this is in the color Chestnut. So yes, that was like, you know, that goes into the pile of the things that I really just, it drove me nuts. I mean, like, and when Harper would poop in his crate, he would roll in it. He would roll his whole entire body in it. And I'm gonna flip this mirror to the magnifying part so I can get real close, so I can get this precise. Because I did such a good job on my eyebrows. You know, I'm gonna tweeze them too. I'm gonna tweeze the hair that I see here. Now that I'm up close, I can see them. I do my eyebrows great majority of the time. I mess up when I put the concealer on. I get out the lines and then I mess it up. That sucks. By the way, this mask on my face, it's still wet, and it's been more than 15 minutes. It's still wet, so I don't know what I'm about to do with that. I'm gonna just wipe it off, I guess. Well, I'll finish my eyebrows first and then wipe it off. See if it's not dry by then. If it's not dry, we'll wipe it off. But those are like the kind of chores that I would think that a man would take care of if he were here. But I have in many cases been with a man, and these chores were still here, and I still had to do them. Good morning, sweetie. Like, when you're by yourself, everything is on you, and which is fine. But it's just like when you have a house, what you don't do today is going to still be there tomorrow and the next day. I'm trying to find the right angle to get this, because my face is wet. Oh, with this stupid mask. It's still wet. This is annoying. I'm gonna probably wipe this shit. Let me wipe this off because I'm not about to mess up my makeup because of this stupid mask. Guys, I wiped this mask right off of my face. It came right off, so I wouldn't recommend it. It came right off. So I need to moisturize. Shit. Okay, so I'm gonna moisturize my face because we did not do that, and use my under eye cream and my Hydro Boost multivitamin booster, which is so my skin doesn't look like a desert. So yeah, the dry spots, they're good. So maybe that little mask did do a little something for me. Okay, number 8. Going through everything on my own. So number 8 sucks because it means that when you had a bad day at work, you had a bad day at work. Just you, and there's nobody there at home to talk to about it. It means if you don't feel well, you have to take care of yourself, which sometimes if you're really not feeling well, depending on like how sick you are, taking care of yourself can be really hard. Like really hard. And because of taking care of so many boyfriends in the past, it's just like, you know the feeling, you know the kind of care you're giving to somebody else when they're in need, when they're not feeling well, and you just kind of want that same thing in exchange. And when you know that you're capable of giving it, so you're witnessing with your own eyes, you're witnessing this, like, you know, basically an amazing act of kindness, because no one's obligated to care for you actually at all. But when you witness yourself give this to somebody, you know it's possible and people are capable of giving it to you. So it just sucks when you never get that same kind of care and compassion and consideration in return. And when you're single, you definitely aren't getting it. Honestly, I guess the idea of me thinking that that kind of love exists, I base that idea off the fact that I've given it, so I know that it's real and it exists and people are capable of it. But I have never actually gotten that kind of love in a relationship with anybody. So that's the reason why I'm single, because I've been in relationships and been really sick, been in the hospital, had serious complications and issues, and had a whole boyfriend. So what was the point? What was the point? It's just that when you're in a relationship, you can debate and argue that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can say, well, you know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be here for me. You're supposed to do X, Y, and Z. When you're single, there's no one to even argue with about it because no one's coming. And there's nothing that you can do about it. But I think at the same time, when you're single, you're kind of put at ease a little bit because you don't have to worry about the disappointment of nobody coming. But it does still suck that no one cares. Number 7, my concealer freaking dried. Number 7 is having other men get over on you. This is a big one for me because I have been scammed and swindled so many times in the past. Sorry, there's a piece of hair in my mouth. Because I'm a woman, and if I had a man there, I know that this wouldn't have happened. So I've like been overcharged for things before. Hang on, I gotta concentrate to conceal. Oh, my bad, hang on. Okay, so I've been overcharged in the past. I've had work done on my car and my house, and gotten like unfair quotes, or people have half-assed done the job, or like never came back and finished the job, men. And if I had a man, this wouldn't have happened. Also, like the amount of men that disrespect me, like openly disrespect me because they know that I don't have a man, it's just something that I unfortunately go through on a regular basis, because people disrespect you and treat you differently because they know that they can. Especially, and not just if you don't have a man, if they know you don't have a dad, you don't got a brother, you don't have no cousins, you ain't got no side niggas, you don't got nothing, you have nobody in your corner, men will drag you up and down these streets because who's gonna stop them? And that's the way that they think. Not all of them, just, the dogs. They analyze your whole scene, figure out what they're gonna be able to get away with. But if you had a daddy, or you had a brother, or you had any male figure in your life that didn't play those types of games, and he knew that he was about that life, you wouldn't have the same issues because they wouldn't cross another man. You dig? So I hate that part a lot. I absolutely hate that part. Like, if you've seen any of my vlogs, you hear me complain about the paint job in my house all the time, or like the aftermath of like the paint jobs that were done in my house all the time. Like, I still have paint places that I need to remove it from. It's just I haven't gotten the time to really sit down and go throughout my entire house and fix all of the mistakes that somebody else got paid for, basically paid to make. Like, I paid somebody to do a job and they just really just were sloppy, just completely totally sloppy. And at the time, I actually had a boyfriend at the time, but he was not a man because he wouldn't confront the guy about what he did to the house. When you have to be the man in the relationship and the woman, just be by yourself. There's no point, just be alone. What else? Yeah, I had work done on like my very first car. The job was like a $200 job, I think, and they charged me $750 for it because I was a woman. and I didn't know really about what that job really, what the cost for that job really was, what the labor was, what the pieces were. I didn't know until after I had it done already. But they know. They know. Yeah. But I mean, like, I can't really think of anything else right now off the top of my head, but that you can use your imagination. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Number 6 is realizing that your kids know you're alone and then they ask you. So it wasn't until maybe 2 years ago when my oldest son Jaden realized that mommy was sad in relationships, and he asked me, like, he would say, "Mommy, did such and such break your heart? Are you sad?" And it broke my heart that he really realized and noticed and like articulated what he saw, and he was able to really get it, and he got it, and it broke my heart. And then I was just like, I can't keep dating dumbasses because my child realizes that it's making me sad and that makes him sad. But being single, as long as you're happy, you know, your kids don't really see you as a single person alone and lonely. When you're sad, the first thing your kids think is that it's because of a guy. Because they see these family ideals on TV, and they've got friends who have wholesome families. And I'm not saying our family's not wholesome, but I'm saying they have complete families, you know, with a mom and a dad. And I'm not saying that they're all happy, but like, this is what they're being taught at school, this is what they're being taught on TV, that this is what a family consists of. And even with all the diversity that's come out within the past few years and how they do show it on TV to help implement it into everyday life for children to accept it better, like having, you know, 2 moms or 2 dads or whatever, there's still 2 people for the most part raising up these children in a family setting. So they know that I'm single. My kids know that mommy's by herself. They know that. And I'm not about to cry because sometimes that breaks my heart, because I feel like sometimes, you know, what if my kids do think that one parent means less? You know, we've never had that conversation, but it's a conversation that I know we're gonna have to have eventually, and it's not one of the conversations that I'm excited about having. I just haven't figured out what I'm gonna say yet. But I know that my children want me happy and not miserable, because for every day that I've been single and alone and I've dealt with everything on my own, I've got so many stories and relationships that I was with someone in the same situation and dealt with shit on my own, and I was just like a complete wreck. I was a train wreck of a mess because I didn't feel like I should have to deal with any of that stuff that I went through on my own. So I'd rather have a few lonely days where I get down in the dumps than be in a committed nightmare and be down in the dumps. Number 5, killing bugs. Anybody that knows me, I'm like, what is it called? What is it called when you have like a phobia of bugs? I can't, arachnophobia. I don't have a phobia, I just don't like bugs, and I don't like to kill them. I don't want them near me. I just like, is that a phobia? I don't like them. I don't like them. But you know what, maybe it is a phobia, because it's bad. Let me not even sit up here and try to lie. It's bad. I'm gonna tell you guys, hang on. Okay, so I am terrified of bugs, spiders, really. I mean, all bugs I don't like, but you know, the creepy crawly ones are the ones that I really don't like. Yeah, I won't sleep in my own bedroom if there's a spider in there, especially if it's too big and I'm afraid to kill it. But I do use Home Defense. I got it from Home Depot, I think. It's like the best bug killer ever. It really is. It's the best bug killer. You spray it on anything and they get like real stiff and they die in like seconds. And it shoots really far, so even if you're not close, it'll shoot like really far up on the ceiling. It doesn't miss, it just shoots out and it hits them, and oh my god, like I keep that stuff stocked up. I love it. It's kind of sad though, because when there's a spider or a bug, the boys just run and go get the spray, and I feel like boys should just smash bugs and not kill them with spray, because that's like a woman thing. So I have to like overcome my fear of killing bugs, so my kids don't think that they can't kill bugs. The only way to kill them is with spray. Because like once there was a bug in the kids' room and they couldn't reach the spray because it was up top of the refrigerator, and they went and got like Lysol and Lysol the bug to death. I was just like, oh my god, I created monsters. So yeah, I have to overcome that fear, but I really, really hate it. When I had a boyfriend, any time I had a boyfriend and there was a spider, they had no choice but to kill it, because you're not going to not kill a spider. So everything else they didn't want to do, but like I can get them to kill the bugs. And when you're single, you have to kill everything by yourself. I could be going to the bathroom at 2 a.m. and there'll be a bug in the bathroom and I'll be too tired to kill it. But if I don't kill it right then and there, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and it's gonna be in my bedroom. Here, let me do the top of my eyebrows. I gotta concentrate. One sec. And I just messed up. See how fast it takes? No time. I messed up already. Can we fix this? Oops, I messed up again. Maybe no one will notice. It's only like this on my left side. Like I'm right-handed and I only mess up on my left side, I swear. I just can't get my arm to go all the way. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm strictly right-handed. I'm not ambidextrous. I cannot do with my left hand. Alright, that's gonna have to do, because I'm sure if I keep messing with it, I'll make it worse. And I continue messing with it, hoping not to make it worse. Maybe if maybe I should just leave it alone. Leave it alone, Connie. Okay, yeah, so bug killing, can't stand it. I used to actually vacuum up spiders and bugs in my vacuum cleaner with like the hose, because I was too afraid to smash them. So that tells you something. And then before I found home defense, because I've used Raid and all that stuff don't work. Like, do you know when you're like sitting here spraying a spider with like, you know, let's say like I don't know, hairspray, and he's still walking and climbing, and I'm just like, die, and he's still moving, and he's just like, that's why I have my home defense, because too many bugs survived. The conditioner, the shampoo, the hairspray, the bleach survived. I said, you know what, I can't. We have like industrial bugs over here. So I take killing bugs very seriously. I would be happy if there were no bugs here at all. Like I've even had Terminex come and they sprayed. I absolutely hate bugs. I love Mother Nature, I just don't like bugs. Does that mean I don't like Mother Nature actually? I'm sure someone will say something like that. How can you like Mother Nature and hate bugs? I don't know, I just don't like them. Is it that strange? One time when I used to live in an apartment, I ran outside of my apartment and knocked on my next door neighbor's door and begged them to come and kill a spider in my apartment. And it was a big brown spider. And when he came inside, he was just like, oh, that is a big spider. Because people always think that you're crying over something that's the size of an ant. No, it was a big spider. The tiny little itty bitty, like the real small skinny house spiders. I don't even kill them. I don't care about them. But the spiders where you can see like the hair on their body, oh, so you know I can't talk about it no more, because now I'm looking around. See, I do have a problem. Let's not talk about spiders anymore. Let's go to number 6, because I'm getting skeeved out already and I'm starting to look around. And I don't like that. I don't. Oh, all right. Let's move on. Okay. Number 4, doing dishes. I hate doing dishes. I have a dishwasher. It doesn't make a difference. I hate doing dishes. I hate it. And because I hate doing dishes, I make myself do dishes immediately when a dish becomes dirty, because 1 dish turns into 2, 2 turns into 17. 17 turns into every piece of silverware that you own is now inside the sink. I don't like doing the dishes. It's not my thing. But when you have a man, it's kind of the exchange. Since I cook, you want to do the dishes? I made the food. I bought the food. I made the food. I served the food. You should do the dishes. It was one of the things that I just didn't have to worry about doing when I had. No. Not like, very few people that I've ever dated have actually done the dishes at my house before. Even if they crash at my house for days, did they touch the dishes? When I had a boyfriend that I lived with, he did the dishes. They were often dirty and I had to wash them again, which was why ultimately being single made more sense, because what the hell? Really? what are you good for? I'm just saying. That's not all men, just the one that I was dating. So I could get out of some chores. But the chores that I could get out of were more like actually like the womanly chores. They weren't like masculine chores. It wasn't like he was changing the tires in the car and changing my oil. It was more like, I'll do the dishes, I'll sweep the floor. I could do that. Could you just go to work and make the money? That could be great too. Like, that'd be great. Anyway, yes, dishes are not my thing. And I'm the kind of person who also, I've gotten out of this habit. I'm the kind of person who will sit here and like do all the little dishes, and then I'll let like the pot soak that I cooked with, and that bad boy will be soaking for like 4 days. That's dirty and that's not funny, but I'm just being honest with you guys. I've gotten out of that procrastination of leaving the pots soaking. Or I also am the kind of person who will put food away in the refrigerator that I know I'm never coming back for. I'm not coming back this month for you. I'm not coming back at all. Like, so when you have somebody who like, you know, I guess that goes with dishes, like, because when you have somebody that's there, you can just send a text message and say, hey, clean off the refrigerator. I'm going grocery shopping. I need everything that's old thrown away. When you're by yourself, you got to do it all by yourself. And I mean, it's different. Like, if I didn't have kids, it'd be like way less work, obviously. I love my kids, don't get me wrong. But I've been in relationships with people who have had kids and they brought their kids along. And so I had to mom everyone, and which is fine. That's my nature. It's definitely not fine. But so I've experienced taking care of other people's kids as well as mine. So kind of naturally, I kind of, you know, expect in a relationship to have a man that will help me take care of all of our needs as well as maintaining his, and vice versa. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I just have this idea of a relationship would make the workload easier if it was like a functional, healthy relationship, obviously. So these are the things that I miss, but things I never had. So I guess some of this is kind of like, well, so these are like, yeah, these are things I never had, but things that I aspire to have one day in a relationship with someone. So if anyone's watching this and you take interest in me, please note, I have expectations. I don't want to do some of this shit anymore. But I'm not going to give up doing all the things I hate to be miserable either. I could do that just the way I'm doing it now. Never mind. But yeah, like, am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. I don't know that these are things that your partner gives you in a relationship, because I haven't had one where I got all of these things taken care of. But TV and movie says that men do some of these things, so I'm just gonna keep on hoping. It's just being considerate, if we're being honest. It's just being considerate of another human being besides yourself, you know? So, what do you think about the brows? Number 3, not having the security of a man. Now, I hate to say this, but a lot of my exes were just props. Not props like for me, like they meant something to me when we were together, but a lot of them were just like there for show when it comes to security purposes. So obviously a man is not going to do certain things or say certain things to you when you have a whole man of your own there to defend you. I got disrespected plenty of times by plenty of men in front of men that I dated, and they did nothing because they were excuse my language. I'm now going to use LA Colors eyeliner and brow pencil. I'm using this for my eyeliner. So and this color it's black brown. I'm going to go for a more natural glam look today. But these guys that I dated, they didn't have any backbone. So if I had a problem with any other man outside of that relationship, you got a problem with that man and I don't understand the problem, it was on me. They wouldn't defend me. They weren't, they just, it was what can you do differently so this doesn't happen type of stuff. Like, what did you do to bring this on to yourself? Niggas are disrespectful. You don't gotta do nothing but breathe, for Christ's sakes. Just breathe and it could piss somebody off. But instead of these men being men and being assertive and actually, like, you know, being that alpha male, they were like, no, it's you. You did it. Whatever it is, it was you. I was just blinking. Well, then don't blink, and then you won't have problems. It was always like that. So, but I think I attracted like beta males because I am an alpha female. I do have a few beta qualities that I'm expunging and getting out of my system, but generally for the most part I am an alpha female, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I say that with confidence. I have a lot to learn, but I'm going in the right direction. So anyway, when you have a man, when you hear something in the middle of the night, you don't have to get up and check it. You can make him get up and check. I said that wrong. You shouldn't have to make a man do anything. He is contractually obligated to go check it out. When someone knocks on the door or rings the doorbell in the middle of the night, I'm not checking that. You go check it. You do it. I don't have to do it. When you're single, you hear something, you have to just start like analyzing, okay, what was that sound? I have no weapons in here. Like, I mean, I got butcher knives, but like if I go downstairs, the knives are downstairs and the sound came from downstairs, I'm doomed. Let me just put the kids in my room, lock the bedroom door, and let's just sleep this thing off. And hopefully it was nothing. Once my alarm went off and it said the back door was open, somebody entered through the back door, I got the kids in my room, locked the door, and called the cops. And then I was scared to come out of my room to let them in because I was just like, I'm upstairs in my room terrified. Like terrified. I don't have nothing in my room to protect me if somebody is in the house and comes into my room. So then I start like thinking like real irrationally, like, you know, honestly, there's hangers inside the closet. Worst case scenario, they come in the room. If I get them fast enough, I can wrap the hanger around their neck and choke them to death. Because what else was I supposed to do? All the butcher knives are on the first floor and I was on the third floor, and I was too scared to get out, to come downstairs. Thanks. I was too scared to come down. I was just too scared because like my alarm has never gone off before unless it was my fault and I forgot it was on and opened the door. So right now I'm gonna actually put setting powder underneath my eyebrows. But other than that, this was the very first time that my alarm went off and it was not my own fault. So, and then I'm sitting here thinking about who it could be that broke into my house. That's all I'm thinking. I'm not thinking that, you know, a sensor's off or anything like that. I'm thinking that somebody broke into the house. So I'm scared, and if I had a man, I would not have to worry about anything. It'd be like, you go downstairs and check. Go do what you gotta do. You got arms, you have, you know, testosterone. You have what you need. I don't have anything. So, I was afraid to even leave my room to let the cops in. They were like, well, if you don't come down, we're gonna have to break your front door down. And then I started calculating and I was like, yeah, no, because there's 2 front doors you'd have to knock down, and I don't want to have to explain that to my landlord. So you guys have to for the team to go downstairs. So I did have to, but I was scared. And so you know what I did do? I came straight downstairs to my dining room and I grabbed my pepper spray and then I ran to the front door. It would have been so funny if I had all that on video. But yeah, I was scared. I was very scared. And they came in, the cops came in, and they brought in their dog, and I didn't have Harper. Actually. We had a cat at this time. So I'm gonna be using my foundation, also by Too Faced Born This Way matte. It's in the color Tiramisu. This is all mattifying because I have oily prone skin in my T-zone area with a mixture of dry patches in my T-zone area. I have enough of oily skin that it does mess with my foundation, so we must prevent that from happening because I need this to last all day. I have a lot of stuff I have to do with this face. Yeah, they came in, they brought their dogs, sniffed around, they checked all of the entrances and exits for the house, and they didn't find anything. They checked the backyard and everything, checked the basement, and had the dog sniff around. I mean, I felt a lot better. Look, all I know is every time that I've had an issue and I needed to call the cops, 5 of them showed up to solve the problem. I don't say this lightly when I say that the authorities have had to be contacted or had to come out when I felt unsafe in my own home. This is deeper than me just not having a man. I'm a single African-American mother who doesn't have any male figures whatsoever in my life. So unfortunately, this is exactly how a lot of women probably have to handle their issues when it comes to feeling unsafe, because we don't have anyone at all. I was satisfied, and I felt very safe because there were like 3 trucks that were outside, police trucks, and 5 cops and a dog. So yeah, I felt a lot better. But it would be nice to feel better on a regular basis, feel safe on a regular basis, because when that's not the case, you know, that's not the case. Plus, if you also think about it, like, I don't know how many people think like this, maybe it's anxiety, but I'm the kind of person to watch a movie and then start thinking about the scenario playing out in my life, and I start thinking about how I would make it and how, like, I would probably be the first person killed. I think like that. Plus, you know what, not even just because of like movies, look at the news, you see things like that every day. And I'm not like trying to jinx myself. I'm not trying to jinx myself, but what I'm saying is that as a single black mother in America, I do have my natural worries and fears. I watch the news. I do have my own concerns. I do know that, you know, I had to be more careful and live life a little differently, more cautiously, because of my past and how naive I used to be. But honestly, as a woman, because simply for the fact that I'm a single woman, a single black woman in America, it doesn't really matter sometimes, because there's only so much you can do to protect yourself. At the end of the day, the world sees you as a single black woman. If you're a single black woman, you're a single black woman and single black mother. And as well as you're being cautious and careful to avoid certain types of people, they know they have a lot to go based on the fact that you're a single black woman, a single black mom. So even if I don't talk to strangers, I don't, like, you know, accept strange requests on Facebook and Instagram, even if I keep to myself, you know what I mean? Ultimately, it doesn't really matter in some cases, because some people literally just see your little army and there's not many in it. It's just you. I hope I'm making sense, but basically what I'm trying to say is living in America as a black woman, first of all, already comes with its demons. People kind of see you as less. People take advantage of you because, let's be honest, America thinks black women are less. And then being a single mother and people seeing me with 2 children, they know I've got my hands full. And that's an opportunity for dogs to take advantage of me if they can manipulate me to be with them in the first place. So I know the way that the world looks at me. And sometimes that's a lot, because they know that I'm all alone. But I will not settle for a boy just to have some protection. Forget that. I will hire a bodyguard. Dial it back. It's not in the budget right now. When I get rich. As soon as I get rich, I will hire a bodyguard. So that attracts its own group of weirdos, simply because it's just you by yourself. And yeah, so having that that security, it's nice, especially like when it comes to like going in public places. Like when you know you look good and you go somewhere, you have to worry about people calling you and, you know, driving beside you, acting like weirdos and honking at you and following you, and you have to worry about all that stuff in public. When you have a man, guys can look but they can't touch. They can stay the hell away. They can look and that's all they can do, and they can't be caught looking too long. Or you never know, some men actually like that. Some men actually really enjoy watching other men look at their woman because it makes them feel really proud. They admire that someone else admires their, you know, their work of art they get to wear on their arm. Get to. It's a privilege, okay? Remember that, man. It's a privilege to have her. You're lucky. Whoever the lucky lady is, you're lucky. So, plus when you're in a relationship, a happy relationship, you can just easily say right off the bat, sorry, I have a boyfriend or I'm married. No. Now, I used to just lie to people and say I was in a relationship so they would go away. But they could always tell that I was lying because I would be hesitant, and you could see like the little sadness. And they were like, oh, you're not in a relationship. Stop lying to yourself. No, take my number. They could tell immediately that I was lying. Nobody, literally. So, yeah, I used to lie. I used to just lie. Now I just ignore people. I just completely ignore people altogether now, so I don't have to worry about that. It's like, because socializing is distance now, when you even go to like a 7-Eleven, a Wawa, people are gunning you from the moment you get out your car, and they're like looking like before you put the mask on, is she cute, there she go get her. And I'm just like, yo, when you have a man, you don't have to worry about dodging everybody outside. He's right there. You don't have to worry about it. Nobody's gonna approach you. I miss that part. All right, so I'm gonna do my, you know what, let me do my inner corners first. I'm doing my inner corners with this white shadow called Roland & Dell, and it's from my Too Faced Chocolates Gold Palette. So, number 2 is kind of like chores too, I guess. But it's errands. I remember when I was in a relationship, I could, you know, make the guy that I was dating, or the boyfriends that I was dating, whoever I was dating at the time, I could make them do the errands for me. Help out with it, because they were tiny little tasks that were small enough that you couldn't mess it up. And it was just so much easier. It was, because, you know, honestly, sometimes doing your errand list could be the difference between you seriously having a breakdown and it being the best week of your life. I don't know about anybody else, but for a single parent, getting all your errands done is a flex. Getting all your errands done can be so satisfying. But when you're by yourself and you had like a really crappy week or crappy day or crappy whatever, when it comes to doing your errands, that list seems like it's getting longer and longer. The laundry, the groceries, mop the floor, the kids alive, go to work, go to your other job. It can be really, really exhausting. Like, that's why I put stuff off and procrastinate so much, because I'm just one person and I'm really trying to do it all, and sometimes it's just not realistic. But unfortunately, it's not, there is no other choice. I don't have another option. So, there's that for you. Now I'm going to do my wings. This is Kat Von D's tattoo liner, and it's Trooper Black. And then we get to, I'm actually already at the end of the list. I have 2 more actually. I had the nerve to put it down here as 0. Number 1 is not having companionship. Now, I don't want anyone to ever watch my videos and think that I'm man-hating, that I don't love, that I don't love, you know, men. I do. I love men. I have never said not once that I don't need a man. I do need a man. I love men. I'm a woman. Men just aren't very nice to me. They just don't like me that much. Or, you know, no. I just haven't gotten the pleasure of meeting the right one yet. I know he's out there. I don't know if he knows that I'm here, but I know he's out there. And I'm not giving up on the idea of it. I'm just being fair to myself and my children, because we've never had as much of a full life as we do now with me being single. Relationships sucked up so much of me, and that's why I'm just like, you know what, obviously maybe I just need to chill. But it doesn't mean that I don't watch a movie and get teary-eyed, that I don't see an old couple out in public and it makes me sad. I'm not rushing or running into a relationship with just anybody because I don't want to waste more of my time. I believe that this love does exist. It just doesn't exist for everyone. But at the same exact time, if I died today and I died single, I would not feel like my life was any less valued, any less lived just because I was single. My life is so wholesome because of my children, because of my sisters, because of my friends. I'm grateful. But I am a social creature. I was made for a man, and a man was made for me. And I'm not denying any of that. And the right man will be the man that I'm submissive to. But I know that the right man won't allow me to be submissive and lead me into the gutter somewhere. I'm not going to let somebody lead me and they have no sense of direction as to where they're going. And right now in my life, I'm not really in a position where I even feel like helping someone find themselves anymore. Like, I don't feel like that's my job or responsibility. Like, people see me and they go, oh, we could build together. No. You can build and I can build and we can combine. But this whole entire build together idea, I've been sucked into that before, and it turns into we're together and I'm just building and you're just watching me build. So I just have very different ideals and thoughts on what a relationship is supposed to be like. And I'm not settling until I get what the f I want. I did not mean to curse. I didn't mean to say that. I meant what I said, but my mouth said it. It just, I didn't mean to say f. It just came out like that. It just came out. So sorry. It's just, I know my worth. And I've lost so much through dating, but it's just dating the wrong people, dealing with the wrong people. I know it's not dating in general. Sorry guys, I gotta be real close for this to concentrate. I'm just gonna do like half because this thing is like drying out. I hate when that happens. Of course I messed this up because it was simple enough that I could. Can we fix it? Never fails. I always mess up one of them. Then usually when I go back to fix it, I do the exact same thing that I just tried to fix and messed up twice. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put some concealer on this and clean that up. I can't even look at it. It's irritating me just to look at how bad that wing is. We're just going to put some concealer underneath it and go from there. Let me do my mascara. Oh, brow gel. So my brow gel is also by Benefit, and all of the previous writing is like off of it, so we can't see anymore what it used to say. Then I'll tell you guys the last one that I had. I came up with the last one at the last minute, but it's really a good one, especially during this time of the year. So the final thing that I hate about being single is the holidays being spent by yourself. See, people always go, you have kids, you're not alone. Yeah, but when the kids go to sleep, you're alone. I don't know which one's harder. Valentine's Day is like, it still sucks for me, but when you see so many fake relationships on social media, miserable ass people that you know are miserable together, doing like this fake during that time of year, it makes you feel like, okay, what am I really missing out here? But like Christmas time really sucks when you're single. I mean, all the holidays suck when you're single. You're all alone. And then when you go on social media and you see, you know, not the miserable people, but when you see the people that are genuinely happy, wholesome, happy families, it makes you feel really lonely and sad. And normally I have so much to do to keep myself busy from thinking about being lonely, but the world seems to stop during that time, and that's probably why depression is so high during the holidays. And also, like, you know, the suicide rate is really high during the holidays. People are really sad and they're lonely. I mean, like, imagine, like, you know, being so lonely that you can't bear to live through it. I mean, I've never had that, but it obviously happens to people. We are social creatures. Like, let me keep reminding you, it's not usual or normal to be alone. I just have so much stuff to keep me busy that I don't think about it all the time, but I do think about it. I'm a human. I definitely think about it. And I know, like, when I'm in a relationship, I'm in love with the idea. I'm in love with the person. Or I aspire to be anyway. But when I'm in a relationship, I take care of that person. It does consume lots of my time. I'm always thinking about that person. I'm always trying to do for that person. I'm always checking in on that person. I'm always thinking about the next time I can see that person. What can I do for you? What can we do together? How can we build? When you're alone, you know, it's lonely. But it gives you a lot of time to build and work on yourself, which is what I've been doing. And when are you going to get a better time to stop and think about yourself than when you're out of a relationship and there are no obligations to be consumed by your partner and their demons, you know? Alright, so I don't think I need to conceal under that one, to be honest with you. Now I'm going to lay the rest of my foundation down. Ooh. Oh wait, I'm going to prime first. I got this little gift. I'm going to be opening this little gift. I got this little gift from Ulta after I spent all that money in there. And we have this Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. It was a little bit more than I wanted. That's all I really want. I've used this before in the past. It's good. But I do play around with different foundations. Primers every now and then, because I just feel like my skin changes and I need to like adjust with its changes. Because this thing changes overnight, and something that works for me today will mess up my face tomorrow. My skin is very picky, very bipolar. So I'm gonna go and put in my foundation, which is Born This Way matte, all over my face, well, down here. Well, yeah, let me keep on going about like the holidays. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to mention too. So, holidays, birthdays, especially, you know what else sucks? When, you know, everybody has that, everybody knows a couple, whether they're married or they're dating, on Facebook, and you know, like, they look like, you know, pictures obviously can lie, but if you personally know them to be happy together, you know that they're happy. And no one's relationship goal should be your relationship goal. You being the best that you can be in a relationship to somebody else and vice versa should be the ultimate goal. But we all do know of someone's relationship that is flattering and it's inspiring and motivational. And those are the people that you don't mind seeing do all their, you know, you don't mind seeing them because they're happy. You don't mind seeing their children. You don't mind hearing about the party that, you know, he's throwing for her. Or you don't mind hearing about, you know, him buying her dream car. You don't mind that because you know that they're genuinely happy. You know, we can obviously never know those for a fact, but you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. When you know someone close enough to know, you enjoy that. You don't mind it. And for the most part these days, I find myself just watching other people's relationship and appreciating the good things that I see, and taking note of the bad things that I see in toxic relationships. Yeah. But those are also the relationships that when you see them during the holidays, it kind of makes you sad, but you're happy at the same time because you're happy for them. Like, I'm not a miserable person where I see somebody happy and go, ugh. Somebody should have it, you know? Somebody should have that happiness. If I can't have it, it's not the end of the world. But I do, like, I'm a hopeless romantic. I absolutely love and enjoy seeing other people really genuinely happy together. But it comes with its own demons. It makes you different. Sometimes. But not on some, like, I am not in any way, shape, or form lonely enough to run outside and just open up my DMs and say, fine, I'm gonna give you guys all the chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like that. So guys, this is the final look. I hope you you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have anything to add to this. What are the things that you guys hate about being single if you're single? Or do you completely agree with being single forever? Like, what are your ideals? What are your thoughts? Comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you guys all in the next Le Femme or Liberated Femme video. Mwah.